Hey, what's up, everybody? It's David. Welcome to the show. It's called One Beer and One Smoke. 5, 6, 7. I found out that you get more views on the algorithm if you don't swear within the first 30 seconds. So it's really hard. 15, 16. So anyway, today we're going to talk about the time I got deported from Canada. So because I'm stupid, and I know more now than I knew then, but not a whole lot more. So I was up in Hinkle, Oregon. 30 seconds. Fuck yeah, I can swear. Got him. All right. So anyway, so check it out. Now I'm all excited. Okay. So we're up in Hinkle, Oregon. The Hinkle Yard is in Stanfield, whatever. So and they got a train that goes up to go up to Spokane, Bonners Ferry, Idaho, on into Canada, et cetera, et cetera. So I get on this train and I got in the 7th power. So they got 7 locomotives on this thing. But they only got guys in the first 2. It's nighttime. I just sneak on there as she's kind of creeping out. And I promptly get drunk and fall asleep. Okay. And then I wake up and I turn my phone on and I am not in Spokane. And I look up, I poke my head up, I look around and I'm out in the middle of the fucking forest, man. And there's a highway right next to me and there's 2 buildings. And there's one with an American flag and one with a Canadian flag. And there's these guys walking from the Canada side, like a train crew, getting on the train. And I was like, well, let's just ride this bitch out. Look, they never checked the locomotive. So we went on up into Canada. And yes, I rode up. It was really, really beautiful riding up there. It was Crow's Nest Pass. But like now, like if I look, given the choice, I would have rather have gone to BC instead of Alberta, which is like the fucking Texas or Kansas of Canada. It sucked, but it was really pretty at first. And then I get up in the Lethbridge or Colehurst, whatever the fuck, somewhere up there. Now, dude, and I've been on this train for a couple of days. So I get up. Oh, Steph's here. My friend Steph is here. Yeah. So I get on this train after a couple of, I've been on this train for a couple of days because they move slow up there. And I get into this little town and I get off in this town. And the money's stupid, so I'm like begging for loonies and toonies and going to this stupid fucking bar. It was recommended in the CCG, if you know, you know. But don't go there. It was a shitty bar. And then I'm like, well, I'll go back into this yard. I'm going to try and hop this train to Calgary. So I get into this yard, and I'm walking down this yard, and all of a sudden, here comes a worker truck blazing down the fucking line. And I'm like, whatever, man. I'll just climb over the string and whatever. This dude comes skidding up, right? And I'm climbing up the ladder, just getting up, And would you believe this son of a bitch grabbed a hobo? Dude fucking grabs me. So I jump off the ladder. I'm like, bro, I'm pop you. What you fucking think? He's like, oh, hey, we don't want any around there. We don't want any trouble around here. And like whatever. And I'm like, bro, I'm just getting off the property. Leave me the fuck alone. And so that's what I done. And then the RCM, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, pull up. They don't have horses, and they don't wear the stupid hats. They dress like regular fucking cops. And the first thing this fucking Canadian cop says to me, man, he's like, oh, let me see some identification, eh? And I'm like, am I being detained? And he's like, oh, you must be an American. Because apparently they don't have that right up there. So, like, cop asks you for the ID, like, you just got to break bread. I didn't fucking know. So, like, and then the railroad bull shows up, and he is not fucking happy. And fucking, because there's been reports of me in the yard, so they cuff me up, they take me to jail. Dude searches my bag, and he found the book. If you know, you know. And he says... And it's like, it's in the police report, like, suspect has counterintelligence on every yard in North America. I'm like, bro, you're just talking about the CCG. But anyway, so yeah, he busted me with my book, which is a very uncool thing to happen, But I mean, whatever. He's searching my bag. There's nothing I could really do. So I spent 12 days in Canadian jail, which, by the way, fucking delectable. They got music in the cells. The snitch box, the call box. You can call the cop. They got a little thing on their music. You can scroll through like 10 radio stations. They got like, the food was really good. And and so after like 10 days, and I was sexually assaulted by a guard, and he was an American. Yeah, to be like sexually assaulted by an American. He just did some Peter gaze, and it's not like he touched me. No big deal. So then they take me to the consulate. And they give me a passport. I didn't know they deported white people from North American countries, but they do. And this is before shit got all wild like today. We're talking 10 years ago. So so yeah, and so they give me a passport, and they stick me on a plane with these weird seatbelt cuffs, and I got to sit on the plane. Well, so and they'd asked me that. I was like, I want asylum. Obviously, I'm claiming asylum. We're afraid of Donald Trump, his first term, and fucking and they were like, oh, okay, you can claim asylum. And we're going to charge you with, because riding freight trains up there is a federal fucking felony, if you can believe it or not. So, so yeah, they want, like, they tell me, they're like, oh, you can go for asylum. We're going to charge you with this federal felony. You're going to do jail time, and then we're going to deport you. And they're like, or you can not fight deportation, and we'll just send you to the States. And I was like, well, let's do the other thing. Let's do the second one. So, and then they're like, where do you want to go? I'm like, Seattle. And they're like, yeah, we're not taking you to a border state. They told me, they're like, what we can do is fly you to Texas, where we know you got a prison warrant. And I was like, well, I don't really want to do that either. So we settled on San Francisco, and they put me on a flight, and they wouldn't let me drink. They did give me a cigarette beforehand, which was nice. And my mom lives right down in Sac, and mom came and picked me up, and that's the story about how I just hopped on trains and was stupid and got deported. Now look, don't let this turn you off from Canada. I'm not allowed to go back to Canada, or it's like a crime or something. But I know I got plenty of friends that be riding Canada. It was beautiful up there. Everything was kind of expensive. Everything kind of just goes east to west or up and down. So it was like real simple riding. It wasn't like difficult like in the United States can be sometimes, which I don't really think riding in the United States is all that difficult. But up in Canada was tits easy. It was like self-explanatory. But anyway, yeah, it's a story about how I got kicked out of Canada. The smoke's gone, so I guess we're fucking done with one beer and one smoke. Thank y'all for watching. I really do appreciate y'all watching the videos, and as more people catch on, I think that's neat. And yeah, so hit the buttons, all the good buttons below. Like, subscribe, share, tell your mom, call your mom, and of course, send me some fucking money if you can. If you want to keep the dream alive, I'm pretty fucking awesome. I'm pretty cool, and you could be cool too if you give me $5. So yeah, thank you. Oh no, shout out to the homie Johnny that fucking shot me some cash last week. Johnny Boomer, dude. Mushrooms up in me. Oh, yeah, tripping face. All right, so hey, I love y'all. Thank you, and peace.